Hey guys, welcome to LA Love Creative, and today we're talking about how to be a Black Lives Matter supporter with your creative projects moving forward. If you haven't, make sure you hit the bell so you can stay notified when we post new videos. Now, I know it's been a long time since I've made a video, and I've been kind of just processing, spending a lot of time getting better with my creative work, working, and also doing a little bit of self-reflection. Now, the Black Lives Matter movement, I am so proud that so many people are coming together to protest injustice. I think a lot of good is going to come from this. We have a long road ahead of us. However, I am glad that for the most part, the protests are peaceful and we are really not backing down and we are really expressing ourselves. Now, as a black man, I've dealt with racial profiling, racism on a regular basis, and it's just a part of life, to be honest, unfortunately. So in this video, I'll be breaking down some tips on how to be more inclusive, more open-minded with your creative projects and with clients. Step one, I know race and a lot of these things are touchy subjects, but when it comes to race and politics, I think it's always best to have an open mind. Your experiences are often, if not most of the time, different than the experiences of others. And I think your truth and their truth, somewhere in between, is the real truth. And I think in order to actually find the real truth, you have to be open-minded. I think one of the best things you can do when you're working with a brand is try to have different voices be heard. I think if you are creating something, I think it's always best to ask different people from different walks of life, try to find different types of opinions on things that are different from your own. And whether you take those opinions or not, oftentimes they at least add to your development of your stories or your projects. So I think it's best when you are creating something, be a little bit more open-minded to different ideas coming from different colors and different orientations and different genders when you are creating something. And getting constructive criticism is really good for creating better work. Another tip, damn, this light's bright. Another tip I would say is be more inclusive in your casting and in your crews. Now for me, I grew up always having a strong, diverse group of friends. I have friends from different orientations, races, backgrounds, genders. I've just always been like that. I remember one time I was having a party and it was we were having a house party, so many people in the house, and this one white dude was coming up to me like the whole night and he was like, "Hey man, I've never been around so many different types of people before, man. Wow, your friends are so diverse." And I never really realized that until that moment that that might not be the norm for everybody. One of the things I like to do with casting is when I'm working with a client is, even if the client is adamant about one particular look or whatever, I like to always flood the casting with different colors by being like, "Hey, I know you wanted this type of look, but hey, we have this look as well." It just gives the client more options, and a lot of times it's a great way to get more diversity in your projects working with clients. Also, on the same end, I would say if your crew is all of one thing, all white men or all, this or all that, I feel like you might be missing out on a lot of different, voices. So I think one of the best things you can do when you're building a crew is try to be more open-minded to, different genders, different colors, different ethnicities, just because, by doing that, it can only make your project stronger, in my opinion. That doesn't mean that you just, hire someone just because they're black or hire someone just because they're a woman. But I think at the same time, by just having more of an open-mindedness when it comes to casting or building your crew, I think at the end of the day, your project will be stronger. And lastly, another tip I would say is if your client work and your projects that your paid work that you're doing, your gigs, are not as diverse or inclusive, I think one of the best things you can do is just strive to tell different POC and just different people's stories. As artists, obviously it's up to you to create whatever you actually want to create. But if you're open to possibly, casting or creating a story that is different from your own, I think it's great. I think in my personal life, I'm going to try to shoot more diversity whether it just be on my passion projects or, once again, striving to put more diversity into my client work. And as an ally, it is literally a work in progress. It's not just a one and done. Hey, I put a black guy in a show. I put a black woman in my project. I'm done. No, honestly, this is part of life, and I think you should be striving to tell different people's stories as a photographer, as a filmmaker, and I think that is literally something you should strive to do. Now, that's all I have to say today about how to be an ally with your creative projects. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below, and I will see you next time. See you later.